Hey everyone, we have some really unexpected news tonight, but it's really cool. We have an accidental reveal for a Shaddoll card. Now I think a lot of people expected Shaddoll to get support in Terminal World 3 mainly due to the booster cover set. If you don't know, we have 4 monsters on the cover pack, which is an X-Saber monster, a Dragoonity monster, a Constellar monster, and a Shaddoll monster. So we definitely knew we were going to get Shaddoll support in the set, but it's very unexpected. This is not an official reveal from Konami where they show off the new cards. Instead, this new Shaddoll fusion monster is on the poster in Japan and somebody took a picture of it and uploaded it online. It is still really cool to get a new card revealed out of this way. This card is basically a new fusion monster for Wendy, which is a really old Shaddoll that we got a long time ago. The original main deck Shaddoll Wendy monster came out in the Shaddoll structure deck all the way back in 2019. So this card is a wind monster, which is actually pretty important, but I'll talk about that after. The materials are one Shaddoll monster plus a wind monster, so it was pretty obvious when we saw that this card was wind. This card as a quick effect lets you flip face down defense position monsters up to face up attack position. Then you can change other face up attack position monsters to face down defense position. This is equal to the number of monsters flip face up. The second effect, if this card is sent to the grave, you can target a Shaddoll card in your grave, add it to your hand. Now I know a lot of people are thinking on the surface level that this is a really good effect. It is basically interruption for your opponent. You can set some of their monsters face down, but that's not why this card is so good. There's a number of reasons why this card is so good. This is almost the perfect card for Shaddoll. Now the main deck Shaddoll monsters have effects when they're sent to the grave by a card effect, they all do something. However, they're also flip monsters that also have effects when they're flip face up. So this card is nice because it's interruption for the opponent, but it also triggers your face down Shaddoll monsters. On top of that, this is a quick effect, so you can use it on your turn, but you can also use it on the opponent's turn. So this card is very good already, but the main reason why this card is so good is because it's wind. The worst attribute out of all the Shaddoll fusion monsters is by far wind. It's just terrible. Shaddoll Wendigo is an awful card, and that's the only option that it had for a wind monster. The fact that Shaddolls now have a good wind fusion monster is so good. It's pretty funny because Konami designed this intentionally. The main deck Shaddoll wind monster is the best because the worst attribute for the fusions is wind, and one of the best attributes for Shaddoll is light, and the light main deck monster Shaddoll is awful. They did this on purpose, but at the same time, I can't believe how bad the main deck light Shaddoll monster is. So that's a really important reason why this card is wind. It just makes Wendy so good. Wendy is by far the best main deck Shaddoll monster, and it's the card you want to send to the grave of Shaddoll fusion every time. Speaking of Wendy, this new fusion monster has great synergy with that card. When Wendy is sent to the grave by a card effect, it special summons a Shaddoll monster face down. Obviously, this effect is meant to synergize with the new fusion monster. The new fusion monster will flip that monster that you summoned off Wendy face up, and now you get that Shaddoll monster effect. For sure, the best monster that you want to summon is Hedgehog. When that monster is flip face up, you get to add a Shaddoll Speller Trap from your deck to your hand, which is amazing. So now I'm going to show you guys a technical one card combo using this new fusion monster. I say technical because Shaddoll really doesn't have real combos like other archetypes. Everything they do is dependent on what the opponent has on their field. Shaddoll fusion is a really powerful fusion spell because it can send the materials from your deck to the grave. However, the really important caveat is that your opponent has to have a monster on the field special summon from the extra deck. So I'm going to show you guys the technical one card combo, but I'll also explain how it's different if your opponent doesn't have a monster special summon from the extra deck. So for this combo, the most important card is Shaddoll fusion, but I also have Wendy and Falco in my hand. If your opponent has a monster on the field special summon from the extra deck, you don't need these two cards. You're going to activate Shaddoll fusion and fuse Wendy and Falco together to make the new fusion monster. Right now, by the time I'm recording this, the new fusion monster is not in the database, so we're going to use our imagination here. We're going to pretend Wendigo is the new fusion monster. Now the effect of Wendy and Falco will activate. Falco will special summon itself back from the grave, and Wendy will special summon Hedgehog from the deck. Both of these monsters have to be special summoned face down. Now we're going to use the effect of the fusion monster to flip both of them face up in attack position. The effect of Hedgehog will activate to let us search for a Speller Trap Shaddoll card. Now depending on whether you went first or second depends on which one you want to search. If you're going second, the card you want to search for sure is El Shaddoll fusion. Now you won't get the flip effect of Falco because you already used one Falco effect that turn, so don't cheat. Now obviously Falco only special summons the monster back from the grave, and we don't have any in the grave, but just assuming if you had a monster in the grave, you can't special summon it. So now we're going to set our El Shaddoll fusion, and during the opponent's turn, when they special summon a monster by an effect, what you're going to do is chain the El Shaddoll fusion and summon Winda. The reason why you want to wait is because El Shaddoll Winda is a really strong card. This card has a really powerful effect where each player can only special summon once per turn. Not only that, this card can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and when this card is sent to the grave, it gets you back a Shaddoll Speller Trap from your grave. This card is pretty broken. This is why you want to wait for your opponent to activate an effect to special summon a monster. Once that one monster hits the field, your opponent can't special summon anymore. If your opponent wants to special summon again, they have to out this Winda. You will also get the two effects of your Shaddoll monsters. Falco will special summon itself back, and Hedgehog will get you a search for a monster. I'm going to add Wendy because she's the best. However, there are definitely some other good options depending on what you need. You can get Beast, Dragon, or Squamata. Those monsters are also useful in their own way. Anyways, that's it for the Shaddoll combo. This one card is really insane, but we still have 4 other cards to get revealed soon. Hopefully they are just as good as this card. If you're a fan of Shaddolls, you should be pretty happy right now. Not just because this card is good, it's because this card wasn't even supposed to be revealed right now. This card was supposed to be revealed in like 2 or 3 weeks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one. Take care.